Between then and now, and I can't get it to work. It says it's on. Can anybody hear me? I can't tell if this is working or not. I don't want to start yapping and it not be working. Wait, can you guys hear me? Yay! Hello everybody, it's me again, because I said I would be here today. I'm not sure. Over here on my screen it just says 000 on the top left, but I'm sure it's fine. There's plenty of people here, I'm sure it's fine. It's kind of romantic that we're all in here. It's just us, alone in a room together. So, hang on, I misplaced my pen. So, so as you can see, the title says "Draw something serious, challenge impossible." Hi, thank you. And so, and now I know in your mind you're like, what do you mean by that? So, I saw a TikTok and it inspired me, and they used like a stock image that was like this. And I was like, you know what, I really like that audio. It's a bunch of friends audio, so I'm pretty sure you probably already heard it. It's the one where it's like, oh, it's the one that's like, oh, take a picture, post it on Instagram, hashtag this, hashtag that. And I thought that was so funny. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect for my OCs. Hello, everybody. And so immediately you're like, Jesus, what is going on? Well, I decided to have this short be narrated by none other than Lyria herself. And it's not something of hers if she's not making fun of Evan in some way, shape, or form. So that's why I put him on the lap. And I put her looking so cute. So I thought it would be funny to just like color this for today. But the most important thing is that, like, oh my god, yay, new short coming soon. It's been a hot minute. So I'm gonna be coloring this today. That's why it's called Challenge Impossible, because in all my life I could never draw anything angsty, anything serious. It always has to be something dumb and silly for me. Otherwise it's not fun for me. I spent yesterday doing the line art. It was like 4 AM and I was like, God, I gotta finish this line art. And I did. And now we're here today coloring. He's so you. Yay. You know what? It's so cool that like people relate to my characters in some way. Like, that's so fun. I never thought that anybody would like relate to them, but I think it's cute. I think I'm gonna start with Lyria. You know what? The thing about it is that I drew her in this cute outfit. Like, ooh, such a cute outfit, but it gets covered up by Evan's big ass head. So I'm gonna have to erase it at some point. Started counseling with a new mentor today. Ooh, that sounds like fun. That's good. That's a good thing. Yaoi forever. And yes, I did keep my promise from last week. I did want to go live today because the way that they've been scheduling me at work has pissed me off, but at least I have Mondays off now. I remembered this from the last stream. Somebody was saying that like my characters were so like gacha life coded, and I had never played that before. I know it's a game on your phone, iPad, big ass head. Yeah. And I was thinking that like I want to play it, but I want to play it on stream just so everybody can see me make my little gay characters. So I work tomorrow, but I might do it the day after because I have time. So maybe if I don't change my mind or if I don't go into a bad mood, I'll probably stream again the day after tomorrow. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Another game that people have been telling me over and over to play is Omori, because they're like, oh, I got like a 1,000 comments at this point of people saying, oh, your characters is like so Omori, and I was like, I know what that is, but I've never played it, so that's another thing. If Heartstopper had a USA adaptation, these four would be it. You know what? I need to. Heartstopper's been around for like a year plus, and I've never watched it. I need to watch it. People say it's good. Giving Mondays off and not weekends. I know, right? They specifically want to torture me over the weekend, and then my Monday when everything is slow, they're like, okay, you get your day off now. It's like, what? Never finished Omori. See, I want to play it, but the thing is that it's $30 that I don't have. I've been watching it, like waiting for it to go on a sale, just like watching. It won't move. It's still $30. I just gotta wait a little bit more for a sale. Hello. Omori made you cry. Wait, it's sad? Oh no. Hi. I only started streaming like 5 minutes ago at most, so you haven't missed much. Just whatever's going on the screen. There's another way? Well, that is true. I'll think about it. I'll be honest, the anatomy on this is not my best work, but this image that I'm drawing here is on screen for a solid 1 second, so I think it's fine. I'm not like gonna fuss over it. Night shift. Oh no. Well, at least night shifts get paid more. So bye. Good luck. Have fun. The idea of having fun at work. Omori's dark too. Uh-oh. Honestly, but maybe I'm like maybe not smart enough to understand it. I do really want to play it. Dang it. I guess I'm just gonna have to tough it through. If I cry, then I cry. It's $20. I checked on I play my Switch. So on Switch it was $30. Maybe it's a platform thing. Maybe I'll get it on my computer. So I can get it cheaper. $10 cheaper, because that's crazy. You don't know what to draw? Maybe if you have OCs, draw one of them in a new outfit. That's what I do whenever I don't know what to draw. I'm like, let me draw one of my characters and let's give them a new outfit. Nintendo's greedy. Yeah, I figured, because like they take 5 billion years to get all these indie games into their store and they're $10 more expensive, and it's like, okay, well at that point I should have just got it on PC. I hope you guys can't hear the AC turning on loudly behind me. It is so hot in this room, it's crazy. And the AC is chugging, it's making some noise back there. $80 for a classic game? That's wild. I think they like to take advantage of like their diehard fan base. And the thing is that like the Switch is so like I can take it with me everywhere. So that's why like I like getting games on there so I can play at work on my break. But like, damn. Sometimes those indie games are so expensive. Oh, thank God y'all can't hear the AC. It's gonna be going in and out because unfortunately the sun is directly blasting on my window and it likes to make the AC turn on and off over and over again. But anyways, every time I draw Lyria's eyes, her lower lashes, I draw them on there, but I always have to adjust them afterwards because I never draw it on the right spot. That's not in the right spot either. A boot and a sandal. Wait! No, it's supposed to be like a Converse, like a low top Converse. Boycott on AAA gaming. No, I get that. Games are so expensive, it's kind of ridiculous. Thankfully, I only ever play free-to-play games and I don't spend any money on them no more. A boot and a sandal. Look, Lil said I just suck at drawing. It just looks that way, but it's the Converse. Oh, thank you. This is my OC. She's the one in the pink on the bottom left. That's her, but in a different outfit. Oh, you're in the UK? Holy, the things that I've been hearing that are going on over there is wild to me. I feel bad. It's like, it's not y'all's fault that it's a trillion billion degrees. But then y'all have like no AC in any of your buildings. That's wild. Oh, thank you. That is the wrong layer. Hello. Here, let me see. Last stream I had a list of things I wanted to talk about, and this time I do have a list. It's a lot shorter though. Oh. Well, not really interesting to talk about these things, so maybe I won't. I was thinking about other kinds of videos I could make. And I was like, well, I did label this as an OC centered channel, so it's not about me, you know what I mean? So I could never make like talking about myself type of thing, because it's like, this channel not about me, it's about my characters. A drag queen persona? No, I see the vision, I understand. I lost my train of thought, but I was talking about how I was like other kinds of videos I could make, and I see the way that other people like do their channels and stuff, and it's like they do a lot of videos about themselves. They do like these story times. But the problem with that for me is that I choose to forget a lot of horrible experiences. Like whenever I have a bad day at work, I'm like, you know what? I will forget about this by tomorrow. Some of the really crazy things that I do remember about work, unfortunately, do involve a police report, so I can't talk about those because you might actually be able to look that up. And of course, it was me and my dummy, silly other coworker that were on shift as management that had to deal with that. Can I draw one of your C's meeting one of our C's? Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Do it! Yes! That sounds like so much fun. I think the only thing that if I ever talked about like my work stories, the only thing you'd learn is that I dream about the day that I get to swing on someone. I think about that constant. I will swing on someone someday. Just wait for it to happen. Let somebody piss me off enough and I'll start swinging. You'll see me on the news, I can guarantee. Intrusive thoughts. I know, I think about it constantly. Whenever I'm doing like a floor set or whatever, I'm holding these metal bars with my hands and let a customer come up to me and start pissing me off, and I just want to swing the metal bar, just blow their shit clean off. The thing that I notice a lot is that we get a lot of tourists, which is 10 times more annoying because these people aren't from here. They don't know anything. They'd be like, where's the bathroom? I'd be like, oh, so you're gonna walk down 5 stores and the bathroom is right there. And they're like, where? And I'm like, so you're gonna go out this door, you're gonna take a right and walk 5 stores that way. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. They're so dense, it pisses me off. But who cares about them? They're not important. Bunch of Kias. Oh, thank you. Do Euroseas represent certain parts of yourself? Yes. Yes, they do. They're like categorized on like people I want to be or like people I am. So like, when you look at all 4 of them, you can kind of tell like who do I want to be, who I am. You know what I mean? Oh my god, whenever I get what you're saying, whenever someone thinks you work there, I was at like a random store and I had forgotten to take my work keys off my belt. And like I was just walking around and somebody was like, hey, do you work here? And I was like, no. I don't. I'm just here to shop. I just forgot to take my keys off. So that was funny. It's funny when that happens like in retrospect, but at the time it's so awkward. Yeah, it's kind of easy to like think about these things of like, oh, when this happens, I'm gonna do this. If this never happens, I'm gonna do this. But like the reality is like it's probably not gonna happen. It's like, you know, it's just how things are. You should do a draw in your style challenge at some point. You know what? That is something I've thought about. But like the thing about it is that like in my personal opinion, whenever people do those things, it's kind of like getting free art when I could just commission someone, you know what I mean? But that's just my personal opinion. This is not about anybody. This is not like me dogging on anybody else. Like, that's just a personal opinion. Oh yeah, I have the Arrow Ace flag on my banner, or like my profile picture. I put it on for like Pride Month, but I never took it off, and honestly I don't mind. I'll leave it on there. One time I was in a shop in my school uniform and I saw someone that was about to walk to me because they thought I worked there. Could not stop laughing. It's so funny to like watch it in slow motion, like they're coming towards you and it happens in slow motion and your brain is like, oh, I think I know what's going on here. And it's just that the other person is dumb. Irv, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. That's just like a personal opinion and I'm not mad or anything. It's just like, that's just how I feel about those challenges. It's just like a personal thing that I should probably work through on my own. But because like the other thing that goes through my mind is that like if I was to do one of those like challenges, I feel like in like in the back of my brain it's like, oh, no one's gonna join, you're just doing this for nothing, no one's gonna join. But it's like, no, I feel like people would join and it would be a fun time. Autism cards, maybe I should get one too. The way that the difference between me and my coworkers is insane. Earlier in the year, I went to go take a test to see, like, you know, like the ADHD test. I went to take one. It cost me $1,000. And they came back with like, oh, we might need to do more testing. And I was like, what? I don't have that kind of money. So we will never know. Blue and IKEA. I've never been in an IKEA, and I don't have one in my area. It seems like it would be fun. Because I watched Vanilla Mace's videos on her IKEA trips. Those are really funny. I know, right? I spent that much and they were like, before they started the test, they were like, you need to pay up front right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I did. And then they were like, and I was in there for like an hour. They let me play with some blocks. And then they also they asked me a question. They said, they were like, name as many boy names as you can. And I was like, oh, okay. And like, the amount of restraint that I had to not name my OC's names. I was just spitting out names and I was like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say your OC names, don't do it. Oh, bye. The stream will be up to watch whenever after it's finished, so no worries if you have to go. I don't know what color I want to make your shirt. I just made the shirt and then didn't think about the colors. Just don't say your future OCs. I know. I was just spitting. I don't know. Like, I wish I could remember what names I said because I was really just going off. I was just saying things. Do I like that? I think it should have some white in it. Pilots is hosting a poster competition. Do it! You never know. You might win that. 97 degrees. Oh my goodness, I feel you. It is so hot. I live in Texas, so it's a trillion billion degrees by default, but it is very hot. You made the live. Yay! I'm just gonna make the lights thinner. When I was in high school, I was obsessed with 21 Pilots. That was crazy. I think about that all the time. Because I don't really listen to them no more, but I know they're going out there. They're gonna be at ACL. I'm going this year, but unfortunately, I did not get a ticket for their day. I was not able to afford it. I can only get a one-day ticket, and I was like, oh. R.I.P. Lord, R.I.P. 21 Pilots. I used to love them. You know that anymore? Yay! Get to hang out with everybody else here. Thank you. I'm not vibing with this shirt design. It's fine. I said earlier it's gonna be on screen for a fraction of a second, so I think it'll be fun. We'll just go with it. I did not think about how that was gonna look in retrospect. I gotta fix it. Oh, thanks, the little chibis. They're so cute. And I was doing like a chibi practice because I feel like I'm losing my touch on the chibis, so I drew them and they look cute. And I was like, well, I never posted them anywhere, so I might as well just put them on my stream. She said, what? That's crazy. The way that people just be saying things. How long do I plan to stream? Yeah, I've been live for 30 minutes. I usually go for 2 hours. So this took like an hour and a half. Like, where did she even learn that word? That's insane. Oh, this color might be too dark, but I'm sure it's fine. I've never seen that show. I didn't realize there were saying things like that on there. That's crazy. It's a summer outfit. I get what you're saying, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, this looks like a pajama shirt. Which I didn't think about. Like, it's just a little blouse, like a little tank. Because I was out shopping the other day, and I was like looking around the girls section. They have a lot of these little tanks with like the little lace around it, and I was like, huh, I guess that's popular right now. Oh, I forgot to color her eyebrow. Oops. God, this posture is abysmal, but I'm not gonna like sit here and try to fix it because I don't know what's wrong with it. That's just what happens when art black goes through. Nothing comes out right, but you just gotta power through. Ooh, it reminds you of it. You know what? I do see what you're saying. I used to listen to his music, but not so much anymore. But R.I.P. That's like that is so sad. Oh my goodness. Palm, and I swear iPad needs better palm rejection because it just undid what I just did. That doesn't look so good. Yeah, let's see. That does not look good. That foot looks abysmal, but I'm not gonna think about it too much. Do any of the main four have exes that are part of the expanded cats? Yes! Yes! And you'd never guess who. They're not... I've only drawn them once because I was like, well, I have this character that needs a face, so I drew their face. They're not part of... Here, let me see. They're not part of the picture that I showed last week. They're not any of these characters. These characters are part of like the Astral Story stuff, but the character that I'm talking about, the ex, they do exist. And I think you'd have a fun time finding out. That's one of the things that I was talking about, that like I wanted to like shoehorn that in, like fit that in somewhere in the story, but the way that like it feels forced and very like, oh, like now there's this going on in the story, it's like that's one of the things that I was going to cut out of the story because I feel like it's not that important, but it is kind of like something to think about when you think about like, oh no, how do I say this? They are important in the sense that like that they're the reason why this one character feels this way about a relationship, but also like I could not write that in. It doesn't have to be written that way. Like I just wrote that in for funsies, but now that I'm like, it's one of the things that I'm thinking about where they're cutting out or keeping in the story. As of right now, it's in the story and it is going to be mentioned in passing. It's one of those things that like I might like show you that it happens but not like elaborate on it as like part of the story. Hello. Hang on, it's time for a water break. I wonder who, who here looks... who here looks... like they... You know what, now that I think about it, there's two characters in this picture. Two of them. I wonder who. Official voice claims. You know what, I've gotten that question and I've tried to look for things, but the problem is that I'm not like well versed in media, so I don't have like a lot of like things to reference from. I watch a lot of like sitcoms like with IRL people, so it's kind of like they're not voice actors, so they're not giving me the voices that I want for characters. I don't watch a lot of cartoons, don't watch a lot of anime, so it's kind of like, well, I don't know where to pull from inspiration. Oh, yes. Yes. Winner. You got it right. He looks scared. I, 'cause, 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 ' How am I doing today? I'm doing good. It's my day off today from work, so I'm just chilling. Something I ordered came in the mail, so I'm excited to open that later. It's nail polish. That's what I ordered, is nail polish. The other one, I feel like there's some guesses. Actually, speaking of Declan, someone had asked me to make a playlist about him because they want to know like his vibes, and yes, I did make that. I made it, but I need to. I guess I want to make like a little cover image for it. It's on Spotify right now. I'll think about it. I'll probably slap on a cover and share it later because I think this playlist is immaculate. It's perfect. It's a mix of like lore and story related things, but also vibes in general. It's perfect. If you forgot her name, you're probably thinking about Lisa. I'm so sorry. It has to, like, are you talking about Lisa? Oh, bye. If you have to go, bye. When it comes to voice claims, I usually look for characters I know. Oh, Cookie Run. You know what? Cookie Run is a good one to look through because there's so many characters in that game. Playlists are something that I think is so fun. My playlists are perfect. They're immaculate. Pinkie Pie? Are you talking about Lyria? Aki and Chainsaw Man. Let me write that down. Let me write that down because I will be googling that. Autocorrect on my life. Okay, anyways, back to. I could yap about my C's all day. Literally anything I could talk about. Am I on the wrong layer again? Yes, I am. Wouldn't you believe it? I had never seen Chainsaw Man because I'm pretty sure everything that I've seen of it is very gory. There's a lot of blood. I don't like. The one thing I don't really mess with is gore. But I'm sure it's probably fun to watch. People love it, so I think it's probably fun. Cookie Run Kingdom. When that app came out, I played it. It was so much fun. I stopped playing because I just kind of like didn't like how I had to like monitor, like I had to spend money on it if I wanted to do certain things, and I was like, well. Was the plan the same? I haven't made it public, but it's literally just titled like star emoji. It's the star emoji. I'd probably give it a name whenever I make it public, but well, I might as well. Here, let me make it public now. Let's do it right now, and I'll post a link. Here, copy link. Let's see if it'll let me paste my own link. Oh. Since I'm talking about it, I might as well pull it up. Here, let's see. Easy on my playlist. It's this one here. So the first few songs are a little bit sad. If you read the lyrics, they're a little bit sad. It covers a lot of like sadness and depression, which I think is fun. But when you get to the bottom part, they're talking about like these songs are about someone, but I wonder who. It's so obvious. I'm not even. I'm over here playing. Like, I wonder who these songs are about. But this place is immaculate. This thing is worked on. I love all these songs too, and I love all these artists, so this playlist is perfect in every way. The wallpaper, yes! I fixed the icons on the screen so you can actually see the characters. Every time I turn my iPad on and off, it'll rearrange my icons, but I fixed them just for right now. She could be voiced by Catra. Voice actor. Let me write that down. Writing that down. You know what? I want to listen to my playlist. That playlist is so good. It's so good. It's so good. The only song that didn't make the cut for this playlist is one by Jane Remover. Oh my goodness, I wanted to put that song in here so bad, but it is some straight noise pollution that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't understand. I'm your favorite animator? Oh my god, thank you! I feel like I want to do more. I want to lock in and do more. Because I can do it. I can get better at animating, I swear. I don't understand anything, but I'm here. Yes! That's how I feel about life. I don't understand anything, but I'm here. Noise pollution is one of your favorite genres? Yes. Do you listen to Jane Remover? So that's my favorite noise pollution. And the song in question that didn't make the cut was Misplace by Jane Remover. Holy, that song is so good. It's so good, but I couldn't make it fit in the playlist. Okay. As we were. My background, thank you. That artist, I freaking love their artwork. Hang on. The artists, I love their artwork, but I had to like wait for them to open commissions. I was just waiting. And then it happened and I said, yes! The artist name is on the bottom left. You can see right there. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I say it is Suonasi, but it's got the two little dots over the A, so I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I'm in the process of writing my own anime, and I'm an inspiration? Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, my phone's going off. What do they want from me? Oh, nothing. Bye. We'll be here for later. Oh, I just have to merge these layers. Okay, cool. Trying to think of anything egregious that I saw this week in the art community, but nothing happened this week, I guess. Or maybe I'm just not locked in. Please come into work with show staff. They try to do that to me sometimes, and I like, no. Bye. Therapy's important. TikTok. Oh man, I do have an account, but it is private because I don't post anything there. I just have it to hoard my username. I use it to watch video, and I saw I was watching videos at like 4 a.m. mind you, because I was like not tired, so I was like, well, I might as well just watch some videos on my phone. And I saw this video of like it was like this dude, he was filming his cat sleeping, but like as the camera goes up to the cat, the dude holding the camera just starts coughing and wheezing, and it was so stupid. And like as he's coughing and wheezing, the cat wakes up and just looks at him like, what the hell, dude? I was crying laughing at that video. Did not mean to zoom in onto her thighs like that, but I needed to eye drop the color. Oops. Therapy, if you can afford it, then 1000% do it, because a lot of people think that they don't need therapy, but then they start talking to their therapist and they start realizing, oh yeah, there's these things that could probably be worked on. Gulp. I'm trying to get my hands to move fast because if not, we're gonna be here for hours. How loudly your car snores? Oh, your cat. Oh, that is the wrong color. I was talking about the playlist, how it's a little bit here, let me screenshot the place and then we can talk about the playlist. Because why do I have a lot to say about this playlist? Let's see. Okay, so this part of the playlist is about his sister. This is about his sister. But the other one is about Evan. And it's so blatantly obvious. The song that inspired this whole playlist was this one. Bothering by Honey. This is one of the greatest songs ever made on my life. Yeah, I'll put it on a post after the stream because I worked hard on this playlist and it means a lot to me. If you look at the playlist on PC, you can actually see that the first songs were added to the playlist a full year ago. Oops. This playlist has been around since October 20th, 2025. That's a long time ago. Ooh, have them eating some food together. I have this on Declan's reference sheet. Oop, wrong thing. Here, let me see. This. I have this on his reference sheet because he's a big bag. That's true, my channel didn't exist a year ago. It's kind of crazy to think that I only started posting on it this year, like in January. Do any of them listen to punk rock music? Well, is there like any specific artist? Because I don't listen to a lot of punk rock music. So it's kind of just like they listen to what I listen to because this is what I listen to. But I feel like some of them would, no doubt. I'm a biggie, me too. I had Cane's yesterday. Chicken. That is not the right orange. That is not the right orange either. That is not. KFC. I miss KFC. It's been a hot minute since I grabbed any. Their macaroni is so good. No, not a Nico Kato arc. He's gonna start a mukbang channel. Just start eating. Okay. Done with this one here. Oh, you know what? I think I meant to merge the line art and then I didn't. I guess I might as well do it now. The thing about me is that I never merge the faces to the body until I do the coloring, because for me it always turns out that the face is never in the right spot whenever I'm coloring. Don't know what's up with that, but that's fine. Everything else looks fine. Okay. This reference sheet is so scuffed. I need to update this. I swear I can draw her better. See, I was working on it here. See if I can find it right here. But then I was like, why does this look so weird? Her head is like the same size as her body. And I was like, oh, dude, this looks so weird. So I never finished it. And like that arms look so weird. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe just let's not update these reference sheets. Why don't I use vector layers? Mostly, you know why I don't use vector layers? Here, let me show you something. So I like to use, let's see. Here, get these people off my screen. Let's see. So whenever I draw the lines to erase, instead of using like the eraser tool, I use this little thing on the top left corner, this little white and gray square thing to erase. And it counts that erased line as like, let's see if I could show it. As like a line that you can like edit. I don't know how to make it pull it up. Maybe they fixed it. Or maybe I was just being weird that day. I'm not sure. And the point is I don't know how to use vector layers. My feelings on gaming. I love to play games, but I don't have a lot of people to play with games. I usually play alone, which sometimes gets kind of boring. So at most I play for like an hour. Except for Sims. That's the only game I can play for a straight 12 hours and never get bored. What games do I play? I think I mentioned this in the last stream, but I do play a lot of Fortnite. And I like Sims. I haven't played Sims in a hot minute because I need to update my game. And I installed the game into the wrong drive. And that drive is almost full, so I don't think I can even update the game anyway. So I need to uninstall it. Before I uninstall it, back up all my saves and do all this other nonsense to play. But I do love Sims. And then I recently started playing on my Switch this game called Dinkum. It's supposed to be like Animal Crossing and like Minecraft combined. It's pretty fun. Oh, a picnic would be so cute. Sims is the best game ever. It's such a shame what's going on with that company right now though, but it is so fun. My favorite packs are the Get Famous one and Eco Lifestyle. Those are so fun. I always have endless things to do in those. Roblox, that is another thing I've never played in my life, which is crazy. I probably should see what's going on in there. That is true. I feel like I should learn how to do vector layers like ASAP because you're right. It'd probably save me a lot of time. 172 hours in Fortnite. If I told you the last time I checked how many hours I had on Fortnite, it was 33,000 plus. That's whenever I last looked, and that was so many years ago. So I do play a little bit of Fortnite. Thoughts on the fairy pack? That's the one I haven't played yet. I didn't play it because at the time it was full price, but I feel like I should get it now then if I catch it on a sale. Because the idea of fairies is so cute, and it has like a luck-based system too, which sounds like a lot of fun to play with. Bullet on Roblox? Oh no! As long as it didn't hurt your feelings, I think that it's fine. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people, like the last stream, someone came in here trying to be like, oh, your art sucks. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It does suck. And I was giggling and laughing about it. But then I realized, oh, wait, they're being serious. Oops. Needless to say, I banned them, or at least I clicked the button that looks like they got banned. I'll be honest, you can't block or ban anybody on YouTube no more. I don't know what's up with that. It just says hide user from channel. No, I want to block them. I want to ban them. I think it was Rage Bait, but the thing is that I did not fall for it. I just started agreeing with him. I was like, yes, you're so right. Oh, I'll take a look. Because you know what the thing is about the fairy pack is, you know what I think is that like all like the big Sims YouTubers like Lil Simsy and all that other people, they stopped posting about like new packs, and I'm like, oh well, I get why, and I understand their cause, but also like, I'm a consumer. If Playbook has one fan, I'm one fan. 100k fans. If 0 fans, I died. Hatsune Miku is a Statue of Liberty. She's such an icon. So true. She's everywhere. You know what? As someone who was like a teenager into like Vocaloid and stuff like that, and at the time it being like quote unquote hashtag cringe, and now seeing her like be everywhere, it's so cool because like I was like 14 drawing Hatsune Miku and all that other stuff and thinking well, like, wow, this is so cringe, but now it's like, now it's a big deal, everybody loves it. That's fun. 2026 Miku, that's a new redesign, right? It's like drawn by a completely different artist than the one previously. I think the art was cool. The idea of like using the old pose in like an updated art style, that was cool. Cornball? Man. They're just not with it. They just don't understand. They don't get it. I didn't even think about what colors I wanted to draw her in. I'll just make the dress white. $500! Good lord! But you know what? Those Miku figures are so cool, but the price tag on them, I just have to cover my eyes every time I see those. In my room I have a lot of Miku figures, but I'll be honest, I got them for like 20 bucks each. And they're really good quality, so I was like, okay. The only reason why I stopped buying them is because I ran out of space to put any more. If not, I would still be getting more. Because they're so cheap, they're 20 bucks and they look so cute. Because this one Mickey figure that I have, she's wearing like the Alice in Wonderland outfit. That thing is huge. It's so tall. And it was 20 bucks, so worth it. And it's not a bootleg either. I got it off on like an official site, so pretty big deal. Water break. A Subway footlong as like a sizing metric. Lost one of your AirPods? Oh no! Subway footlong. That meme about the Subway, like my brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. That is so funny. What are we drawing? Okay, here, let me give you like the full thing. It's for a short that's narrated by Lyris. So of course, if it's her, she's always gonna find some way to make fun of Evan. So she put him in this position here. But right now I'm coloring Lisa. I haven't thought about what color palette to use for her outfit, so we're just running full speed at a wall. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll find out. Yeah, go drink water. Everybody should be drinking water. It's too hot to not be drinking water. Unless you live in the southern hemisphere. Subway order tastes like a pizza. See, that sounds good. That sounds yummy. Jumped by a bug. You know, speaking of jumped by a bug, I hate going outside at night and then having like the flashlight on my phone on because I get assaulted by those stupid little bugs that just fly at you and they scare the shit out of me. Ants, you know what? My room used to have an ant problem until I took care of it. Godly, that was horrible. I ended up finding a little hole in the window. I live in a really, really, really old house, so what I'm saying sounds crazy, but there was a little hole in like the window, in the windowsill, and I was like, oh, that's where they're coming in from. So I just put tape over the hole and called it a day. Broke people things. Oh, bye. She's got the boots on. She's always wearing boots. I don't know why I always draw her in boots, but I feel like boots is such a vibe for her. Is it okay if you vent? Yeah, go for it. Let's hear it. Let's see what's going on. A bug hanging next to your head? Is it a spider by any chance? The thing about spiders is they don't scare me. Like, they'll be crawling on me and I'll be like, bro, what the shit? why are you crawling on me when you could be crawling on the wall? I don't really like mind bugs as long as they're not on me. Ooh, tea. You're trying to hang out more. I am so colorblind when it comes to orange. They all look the same to me, but I'm trying to figure out why this one looks weird. And then something weird happened. And I was like, okay. Uh-oh, it started happening more. Is this something that he was doing? Or they were doing? So I don't know the gender. And you were on your last straw? Was it something they were saying or just something that was like they were doing, like physically? This picture, this drawing is so dumb. It was How do you go about making reference sheets? I use them. I had to make reference sheets because I commission a lot of artists, but I just kind of like I use a lot of old drawings and put them into the image so that you can see like just like for referencing how they move, how they act. But mostly I focus on like the outfits. Like I do little arrows when I show like, oh, they have this detail here or this and that. And like this, I wrote this here, like the flowers, they're not like a set position, they just exist on there. But most importantly, I do like eyedroppable colors. And also do a gray background because it's just easier on the eyes. Like, see, I also include their old designs. This was her old design. It's cute, but also like a little bit chopped. Very detailed. You can clearly tell why I changed it because I was previously drawing all these little holes on her shirt. He got mad that you got mad, so you don't hang out anymore. Well, the thing is that like he can't get mad at you for upsetting you. Like if he knows he did something wrong and then he's like, why are you mad at me, and not apologizing, then that's on him. He's stupid. And like it's good on you for like becoming distant, because if he upset you and you try to like ignore it, it's never gonna go away. It's just gonna linger in the back of your mind. Free therapist. I just be saying things. I have some wisdom, low-key. I think in the end he was just a jerk and he didn't even care when he stopped talking. See, that's another thing. When you stop talking to someone and they just don't care, or that like it genuinely doesn't affect them, it's like, wow, that hurts. That hurts, because that means that like when we were hanging out, like then it was never like fun or anything like that. Losing friends sucks, but it's better for you. Yes! Yes, and I can attest. I used to have a really close friend. Like, we were close friends. Like, we would talk, we would Discord call, this and that, play games together. But it didn't work out for personal reasons that I will not elaborate on. Because some of the shit that went down was crazy. Character development, yup. Sometimes it has to happen, which is sad, but like it changes you as a person when you look in hindsight all the things that someone did to upset you and you just kind of brushed it off or ignored it and you're like, wait, that sucked. Why did I let that happen? Why was I friends with that person? Someone got doxxed. Good lord. Why do people do that? Like, who cares where someone lives? Like, leave them alone. They're giving you free content and you're over here trying to find, like, that's so creepy. That's so weird. Their face and their family. Oh man, see, that's why I would never face reveal, because I don't want anybody to be like, oh, that's you, and I'll be like, no, it's not. But they're like, this looks like you, and I'm like, no. See, that's why I will never do that. That's another reason why I didn't want to, like, streaming is on like an iffy position for me right now, because like I don't want anybody to recognize my voice either while I'm at work, you know what I mean? But like, what are the odds of that? The thing about like on the internet is if you piss off the wrong person, they're gonna become like stalkerish about you and try to find everything about you, which is scary. Oh, TikTok is such a, oh man, horror stories over there. The blush isn't blushing in the way that I want it to. Oh, that's the wrong brush. That is still the wrong brush. I never like how annoying you have to be to stalk someone. Like, that's insane to me. Lyria would buy Evan a Hello Kitty coffin, yes. And he would get mad about it, and she's like, why? This is a nice gesture. Why aren't you like, don't you understand how nice of a gesture this is? And he's like, dude, what the shit? And in his mind, he's like, you want me to die in this? And she's like, yes. Lore dump? You can lore dump. I'll read it. It's been an hour and a half and I've only colored 1.5 people. I gotta lock in. I'm the slowest colorer on my life. Oh, thank you. Hello. How long does it take to make an animation for me? So if I really lock in and I have like back-to-back days off from work, it takes like 2.5. 1.5 day to do all the drawing and the coloring, and then like a few hours to like put them into Toon Squid and like match the audio and stuff. Ooh. Deal with the prince from hell. Save a sister. Okay. That sounds fun. Two days, I know, like, in hindsight, it sounds like a little bit, but I'm such a slow drawer. And if I don't have, like, a clear idea of, like, how, like, the poses I want to draw for them, it takes me longer. Thankfully for this one that I'm working on here, I have what I want to draw, so all I have to do is draw it with the next few days. Knowing that it takes me 2 days to make the animations, I feel like I should be making more. That's the only thing that's like that I feel guilty of, that I should be making more if it only takes me that long. But I just get so tired sometimes. Work be pissing me off sometimes. And like, I do not, on days that I work, I do not draw, period, because I'm too tired. Render. Ooh, see, that's the one thing about the way that I draw, is that I do not do any shading, because 1, I don't know how, and 2, it just takes a long time. But 3, it's the thing that is the difference between my drawings and other people's, is that like the render drawings look so much better. They look so cool. This, can you see my chat? I can see your chat, but the previous one that you sent just says this. Oh, it says hi, but it got auto-translated to the word this. Don't know what YouTube is on, but I do see you. Tips for beginner digital artists. I will say one of the things that I do a lot is flip my canvas. It makes it easier to see errors. So that's one thing about digital art that digital art has over traditional, is that you can flip your canvas easily and you can see your things that you might want to change easier. Like, now that I'm looking at this, there's a few things I want to change, but I think it looks fine. In digital art, I think it's okay to start with flat coloring your drawings, but if you're someone who wants to learn how to render, start immediately, because when you learn how to render, what you start learning is that you don't need to do line art at all when you want to render your stuff with the paintbrush tools and stuff like that. But as someone who doesn't like to render, I have to do line art. Pros and cons. What app do I use? I use Clip Studio Paint. On iPad, I pay for it once a year, which sucks. But you know what? I do really like this app. And there's free options, so you don't have to use Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint is like an information bomb. There is just some bullshit in every tab that you click on. But it has everything that I need, and I love using this one. It's made specifically for like comics and webcomics because it's got all these tools that you can use, like rulers. And it'll do like speech bubbles and like straight up effects for you. But if you're not like someone who does comics or webcomics, I don't think you need Clip Studio Paint. You can use a different one. Like Ibis Paint. That one's free and it has everything you need. And people do some really cool art in Ibis Paint and they have really good brushes. That's another thing. You need yourself a good brush. The one that I use in this drawing is the default brush, except I renamed it. And did a slight change to like the pressure. Right here, like mine looks like this. I'll be honest, I don't know what any of this means, but I like the way it looks. And it makes it easy to draw, so that's what my brush settings look like. It's the default brush with this change on it. My favorite OC to draw. Ooh, see, if I'm being honest, I like them all. They all have like their things that I find a little bit annoying to draw. Like Lyria's bangs, sometimes they give me a little bit of trouble. Evan's hair sometimes gives me a little bit of trouble. Declan's hair is, hold on, I'm seeing a pattern. The hair is giving me a little bit of trouble for all of them sometimes. But like fashion wise, I think Lyria is the most fun because I can give her any outfit. Any outfit, she'll wear anything. And the boys, I think boy fashion stresses me out because it's so simple. I always draw them in like a t-shirt or like a sweater, but it's like, look at the girls, they're in dresses, they're in boots, they're in like little tank tops. Girl, in some way, girls are more fun to draw because you could put them in anything. If we could try to collab sometime, well, I do want to collab with people. It sounds like fun. I see those memes where they're like, I drew half of this drawing and then the other person drew this other half and they combined the drawing. I think that's cool. I'll write your username down so I can check out your channel and see if you have any links to any of your drawings, because I feel like that would be fun. I got a comment the other day that was like, oh, would you consider commissioning me? And I said, yes, I'll consider commissioning anybody, you know? And then I asked them for their VGen and they didn't know what I was talking about. And I was like, oh, I like to do my commissions on VGen, so... in a main outfit. I'll think about it. I won't guarantee, but I'll think about it because I do. And like when I think about it, I don't have a lot of free time, considering I still work. I hate working. I hate that job. I'm dead serious. I'm thinking about quitting my job soon. Because I'm planning to go to like a music festival in October, but the problem with that is that my boss hates giving people days off. It doesn't matter if I requested days off now, months in advance. He don't give a shit. He just always has some bullshit to say about it, and I hate him for that. So if he says no to like me requesting those off, because it's on a Saturday, I think. And every time somebody requests a day off on the weekend, he got some bullshit to say about it. So if he says no, I'd have a fun time turning in my keys and saying bye. You know what? Now, since a lot of people want to collab, you know what I think we should do? And my friend was saying this earlier, they draw this in your cell. What if I draw like one part of a drawing and then I put it up for grabs for anybody to fill in the other half? I think that'd be kind of fun. Okay, I need to lock in. I need to stop spacing out and listening to the music in my ear. Yeah, kind of like, it's like a collab, but like anyone could do the collab, and this sounds like fun. This reference sheet, I commissioned one of my favorite artists to draw him, and like they posted a work in progress with my reference sheet on the screen, and I was like, oh my god, I look so chopped and like ugly next to her. It was on Blue Sky. That was the only reason why I made an account on Blue Sky, because I wanted that artist stopped posting on Twitter, so they only post on Blue Sky. And I was like, dang it, so I gotta make one. So I went over there and they posted the whip, and my reference sheet was on the screen, and I was like, oh. Here, let me see if I can. Let me show you the commission that I'm talking about, because you'll probably recognize the artist and the art immediately, I think. Oh, here it is. This one? This, when the artist was working on this and they posted a whip, and that's what I'm talking about. But I turned this drawing into a little keychain, and he goes with me to work. I know, right? They put me on blast, like, low-key, but nobody mentioned, like, anything, because it's like, you know, it's like, who cares? But this commission turned out really cool. And another thing that happened with commissions is that one time I commissioned an artist that just like, you know, just cause like I like to scroll VGen and like pick an art style that I like. And then it turned out that like whenever I was posting like the pictures of like all the commissions I'd gotten, they were like, oh wait, you commissioned me before. And I was like, wait, really? Who are you? Like, what's your username? And they gave me their username, and I was like, oh, it's you! What a funny way to meet. And they were like, yeah, I had no idea you were a YouTuber. And I was like, oh, well, I don't really consider myself one. Oh, I got an email. Let's see what this is. Some bullshit. Every time my phone lights up. Your art is 100% better than mine. I think it's kind of like, I think it's not fair to like gauge someone's art as better or worse, because it's like, you know what, everybody draws differently. We all learn at different, like, in different ways. Like, I learn really slow, and other people learn really fast. Just think of it like this: you'll eventually be super good. Okay, water break. Do you watch anime? If yes, what's your favorite? I do watch anime like on an extremely casual basis. Because like the only anime that I've watched recently is Go for It Nakamura. That was it. That was the only one I've seen recently, and I haven't watched anything else. So I'll say that's my favorite. That's my favorite right now. Oh, actually, wait, no, that's a lie. That's a lie, that's a lie. My favorite anime is Link Click. Link Click is so good. The drama of it all is so good. And there's a new season coming out soon. I started tweaking. Yes, it is so sad. It is such a sad anime, like in like hindsight, but it's so good. So much drama in it. My favorite music artist? that is such a good question. Right now, my favorite music artists are Underscores, Charlie XCX, and Honey. I think those are my top 3. I could play those artists and just be perfectly fine. Link Click is such... And let me write it on the screen because I might be pronouncing it weird, but it's Link Click. One of my friends put me on this anime. Holy, it's so good. But trigger warning for almost literally everything because it has a little bit of everything and it's horrible, but it's really good, I promise. Oh, see, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think it's pronounced Leve. That's one of my coworkers loves her. And I think they were telling me it's pronounced Leve. Charlie! You know what? I need to listen to... I need to give her new album another listen. I think it needs its own moment. I was listening to it on the way to work when it came out. But, like, obviously I'm driving and I'm not paying attention to that music, so I need to do a full listen through again. Oh, I said it right. Let's freaking go. I was just like remembering. My favorite movie, you know, I'll be honest, movies is one thing that I never really watched a lot of. It's just like a broke people thing. I didn't get to go to the movies a lot. I only ever got bootlegs from the flea market. And at that, I didn't own any. I never picked any out. It was just my siblings who picked the movies out. I don't really have a favorite movie. And whenever I say I don't watch a lot of movies, I mean that like in the big 2026, I finally watched Mean Girls. And that movie's old. And I only watched it because it was free to watch on YouTube. Books or manga? I do have a lot of manga. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But as for favorite, I think the one that I've been reading since I was in like high school and middle school was Skip Beat. I think it's still running. I have a lot of volumes of it, but I stopped keeping up with it because books is an expensive hobby. It is kind of like BL, I'll be totally honest. It's not like, since it's made in China, they can't say it is, but it is. There's very much a lot of undertones and a lot of dudes being like, you're my soulmate friend, and it's like, okay, whatever that means. Okay, so my thing about the Go for Nakamura anime is that, first of all, it was good. And I like the way that they because I read the books, and the books left like a weird taste in my mouth because the second book ended so weirdly. And when they did the anime, they made the last chapter of the second book the first episode, which I think was a good move because that last chapter, leaving it as the last chapter in the manga was crazy. But the way that they rearranged it in the anime was so much better. I was like, thank God they rearranged it because the original is not... It was good, but like, it definitely needed work. And the thing about the manga is that there's only 2 volumes. It's not an ongoing series, it was a one-shot. So whenever I see people talking about like, oh, we're season 2, I'm like, what are you talking about? There's not going to be a season 2 because the story was a one-shot. But if they do make a season 2, then I'd be like, okay, new story. If you're talking about Link Click having 3 seasons, it only has 2, and then the last season is actually like a prequel. But do watch them in order because the prequel kind of makes the last bit of the second season make more sense. Any webcomics or webtoons? I actually don't read any. I feel like I should, because I'm like adjacent to like the webtoons community. Someone the other day told me that my art reminded them of a certain webtoon, and I googled it. And I was like, I don't know if my art style looks like this, but I will take the compliment, because this art style is cool. Madoka? Okay, so that's been around for years and years and years. When I was in high school, there was a girl who was always wearing t-shirts of that. I've never seen... I think I tried to watch the first episode, but obviously I was broke, so I couldn't afford Crunchyroll. Hang on, give me one sec. Anyways, I got distracted. I couldn't watch the rest of the season because I couldn't afford Crunchyroll at the time. So I never fully watched it, but I feel like I should watch it. My understanding of it is it's kind of sad. The brownhead guy is the top. Yeah, I guess I could say that. It is kind of glaringly obvious in this one stupid drawing. I think it's funnier because he's the shorter one. He's the shorter one, so that makes it extra funny. Your art reminds me of this one webtoon. Don't mind the name. It's really... Here, I'll write it down so I can look into it. I feel like I should start reading them. Like on my break at work, I could be reading webcomics. Unfortunately, I think I have to end stream because my food is ready. Dang it. I want to keep yapping. I always have some bullshit to say. Y'all thought he was the bottom? Ain't no way. What gives an impression? I think I talked about this in the last stream too. That's funny. But also, like, I don't think about ships in that way, so I think it doesn't really matter. Alrighty then, I have to wrap it up. Dang it. Like I said, if I don't fall into a bad mood, or if I plan to stream the day after tomorrow, but also kind of want to use that day to work on the video for this. Man. If I don't work next Monday, I'll be here again Monday. So, unfortunately, I will see you all then. Bye. Getting your chocolate milk. Yes! I promise you, watch the first episode of Link Click, and if it's not your vibe, then it's okay to bail, because it is kind of heavy. I will say it's a little bit heavy. Alrighty then. Bye, y'all.